So today I'm recording from a replay. It's certainly not my preferred method of doing things. Well, live footage much better in my opinion. For one thing, recording from a replay means that my commentary is done afterwards, so you don't get quite as much of an idea of what I was thinking at the time. There are a number of small letdowns with the replay system as well. Markers, for instance, are an all or nothing situation, so I either have markers over every tank or markers over no tanks. It doesn't give quite the same feel as if I was playing the game live, as every enemy is lit up to you while watching. And there are other bugs. Radio messages are not present, so if someone pings the map or requests for help, that doesn't show up. There is no repair symbol to show if I get damaged and I stop still for 30 seconds. It doesn't quite show why. And while there is still a hit cam, it does not give a full damage report, listing which crew members have been taken out. So it's a little harder to see exactly why I was doing things. But with that out of the way, we are on Finland. I'm with a squad mate, Oxygen Thief, in the Cromwell V. BR 3.3 game, so actually top tier, which is quite rare I find these days. It's normally at least 3.7. Now, we've flanked around, our team is taking the A point, so we shouldn't need to provide much support there, and there are players being lit up near B. This little M22 Locust here is fighting something around this corner, so be a bit more careful. Just out of our sight there, as you can see. Oxygen pushes out a little further than me and bites the shell. Shot placement on my first one's kind of poor, going into his track, but I get his gunner before the Chinook can reload, so not too much of a problem. Third shot finishing it off by going through the driver and the remaining turret crew. Cromwell V is a nice little tank in my opinion. It still suffers from the typical British traits of terrible reverse and only having solid shot rounds, but unlike the Cromwell 1, it has a 75mm gun, which enables it to both overmatch sloped armour a little better. Like if it was facing Russia, it might actually be able to pen the T-34's upper plate on occasion, and it also gives the hull break capability, as you can see there. The hull break being restricted to 75mm or below. So, just in the Panzer IV F1, first shot into his gunner and driver, and the second one disables him. The nice thing with shooting German tanks is they usually have the driver and gunner in front of each other, so I can, if it's a frontal shot, I can take out his ability to run away and his ability to fire back in one go. Not always, sometimes it'll just yellow one of them, but generally it works. Now, there is an enemy over here. It's a T-34 pushing him, which should be more than capable of dealing with Chi-Ha Kai, as the Chi-Ha can't really get enough pen to get through that frontal T-34. But he wasn't doing it quick enough, so in behind we come. And one more enemy is being lit up down here by my team. A little overly aggressive maybe. I don't normally come over that hill. You're quite exposed until you can get your gun down, and well, with the Cromwell's reverse speed there's no hope of retreat. So maybe not the best play, but in this case it wasn't such a problem. Yeah. M3's taking fire from something, and there we are, the Tarsay. There goes his turret crew. No hull break this time. The Gepard. And rather poor shot placement there. Should really be the first hit taking him out, but M3 picked it up and he didn't get away. We are up to 5 kills now, and if I check the scoreboard, the enemies had 4 permanent deaths and 2 players who were unlikely to be respawning there with such low points. So moving up, enemy is taking C and most of our team is converging on it, but on the minimap there is an SPA marked around this corner, so let's come in and there we are, a Gepard fighting the Cromwell, rush the shot and just too late to save the Crusader, finish it with machine guns. This is poor play from me here. I really should have checked behind my camera as I drove around that corner. It's a spawn exit, there could have been anything there. Currently trying to rush to help at Assault C. From the replay we can see there is actually not a single enemy nearby, so it's a completely pointless endeavour. And our team has completely swarmed the point. So, turning around and heading back. I don't play over the seaside much. Occasionally I'll go into the donut between B and C, but B tends to be my preferred point. Overly exposed, maybe, from multiple directions. But there's some good areas to play around. Spotted the Type 94 wreck and wasted some time on this here. It's unlikely to have an SPA sitting stationary in the middle of the open like that, not even firing or turning his gun. But here we go, Panzer 3B, just around the corner. Which I mistake for this Panzer 3J1. Again, rushed first shot and it gets absorbed by his track. The second one knocking him out. I do find these track shots very frustrating, especially at higher tier where you have much higher pen and still a track will eat your 200-300mm pen APDS rounds. But that's the Panzer 3B dealt with as well, so 8 kills now. And once more, not driving into the enemy spawn. Be far too exposed and no chance to really get away. This sneaky Panzer 3F in the trees there that I missed. No reason I should have seen him, so I'm not too unhappy with that. And initially, not spotting this whole row as well. There we are. I believe Oxygen Thief actually called him out, so he's still in spectate. But I couldn't find him through those trees. There we go, one in the driver, one in the gunner's position. And we're 9 kills now. We have all 3 capture points and the enemy's ticket's getting very low. It's unlikely they're going to come back from this. Once more, most players are out, just these 5 left. And are unlikely to have respawns from these 3, so turn around and head for this SPA symbol on the map. We know it's only monkey puzzle there in the M2A2. It's a very poor little American tank with only machine guns, unlikely to really have the punch to take anything out. But the Gepard is dead, courtesy of a Crusader Mark II somewhere else. So we'll follow Monkey Puzzle up. And he's getting shot at. So there's certainly at least one enemy in that spawn. And there he goes. A Hawaii has dealt with him. There we are, a bit slow on the reactions. So one for the gunner, and I believe that's his engine as well. Just a little off there from getting the kill. Solid shot just turning the driver yellow. And we didn't notice that fire patterns were in the trees. So, enemy is finally capping A. Far too late though with this ticket bleed. The game is already over. 10 kills. Good round. And the Cromwell V is a nice little tank, so thank you for watching. Hopefully live footage next time.